you go up on a line, can you ask one of your other selves?
I can apologize. Can I apologize?
Or do you ever say, I can't work with this guy?
I say that a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know what's so one of the great, it was actually nearly the best thing about it is if you do go up on a line, it was bliss. You just make it all up. You could just, you just go, oh, okay, I fucked that bit up. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep talking because nobody, I haven't messed anybody up. And then I'll ask a question that isn't in the script and I'll make that person answer.
People, you have an origin story.
Yeah.
And we got to go back to that because you apparently were a very shy kid.
Yeah, very shy. Yeah, shy.
And you had a pronounced lisp.
Yeah, I had a sort of really strong lisp, which I think a lot of kids do. They sort of grow out of it. It's kind of cute, but so I went to sort of elocution lessons, and you do like.
When I bring up lisp, does it just come back?
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're saying.
Say Benedict Cumberbatch right
now. But yeah, I had a lisp, and so yeah, you have to do this terrible thing called elocution, which is all about your. But it's basically speech and drama, and so the speech part was sort of stultifying, but the drama part was suddenly I was able to be. Kind of not shy and do all these kind of weird things, and I kind of love TV and all the kind of stuff.
You're working on the elocution.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, you never grew up. But also, I love that you said about play because that's all any of this is.
Yeah, for sure.
And I constantly remind people that I have, take me at 12 years old, and what I'm doing now is certain things have been articulated and developed. It's the same thing.
Yeah, right.
I'm just play. I love to play, and I will play with anybody.
Yeah.
Someone on the street will talk to me, and if they're funny, I'll spend 20 minutes with them.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing,
exactly.
And it's a love of play.
Yeah.
Which we then get very highfalutin. You are Vanya. You become five, and it's extremely impressive, and it takes this amazing talent and discipline. You're still playing.
Oh, you absolutely are. And I hate the idea of high art and low art. I really do. I think it's nonsense.
Yeah.
And actually all the people who were, like with Shakespeare, any of those people, like Shakespeare, I always feel has been sort of hijacked by academics, and anybody, I always find out because the very first, because we used to do when I was a kid, we used to get to do Shakespeare in these little Irish competitions, like just extracts from Shakespeare. So you do 10 minutes of it and you sort of, I don't know, you just understood, I kind of understood it in a way. Didn't understand all the words. But then I think what happens with some of those big guys is if there are 250 books written about how to speak the language of Michael Patrick King and Lisa Kudrow's The Comeback, right? Yeah. It would drown it. It would kill it. There isn't a way of doing it. And so what I think happens with sort of some of those, with theater particularly, is there's this idea that not everybody is possessed of the thing that an actor needs to possess, which is just, to my mind, just playfulness. And the stuff that I love to do is to be able to just do lots of all the different stuff, because why wouldn't you?
Well, it's seeing that, yes, I love Shakespeare, but I also love The Muppet Show.
Yeah.
That I love some of the more, refined cinema, but I cut my teeth on Warner Brothers cartoons.
Yeah.
The timing, the characters, the kinds of attitudes that people are playing. And I think there's no difference between a great Warner Brothers cartoon and a really good Shakespeare sonnet. It's
exactly the same thing. And actually he even says it in Hamlet. He literally has a thing about how you should speak the language. It's so extraordinary. He just says, just speak it trippingly in the tongue and stop shouting it out and stop doing all that kind of stuff. So I think because I started and I didn't train formally, you kind of have to put your dukes up a little bit about the way, not the way I'm talked about, but the way I suppose not to let my access to whatever I do for a living to be influenced too much by the seriousness with which other people talk about it.
I always think the word calcify.
Yeah, right.
Things harden, and if you start saying, well, if someone starts using a bunch of $50 words describing your process and what you do, they're not doing you any favors.
No, it's absolutely right.
And it's nice that they see all that in your work, but it's best that you not know about it, and because you want access to anything that's going to make you enjoy, be spontaneous, see a possibility, and not overthink it.
I think it's so.
This kind of comedy for whatever, almost 30 years on television, where people come on and I interview them and there's a band and I would pray for mistakes. Because mistakes were such gifts. And then you get to a point where you're like, oh my, here someone will misspeak, I'll misspeak. I'll try to say Benedict Cumberbatch. It doesn't come out right. We then get off on a jag. If you acknowledge it, and then it becomes about drunk driving, and then it becomes, and then it gets called back when we're talking about that's the joy of it. And people know instinctively, as you know from doing theater so much of your life, there's something about audiences where they know the truth.
I always think that about making mistakes in the theater, about people worrying about forgetting lines. There's no better atmosphere, or there's no more attentive atmosphere than when you think somebody has made a mistake. The whole audience is like, oh my God, something is happening here, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And the actor's fear is that, oh my God, everybody's going to think I'm a terrible person. But actually what I think the audiences feel is, it reminds them that they've remembered all the other lines.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's really,
do you know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
Their hit rate is pretty good.
You know what I mean? So they go, oh God, this is sort of live. So it's kind of all right. And once you get over that idea of making a mistake, if, otherwise, the weird
live productions, because that's just, it's like touching home base. You just got to touch
exactly
it.
what it is. And that's when we did Vanya, that one of the beautiful things about that was, because that's, Chekhov and very serious high art, and Chekhov is so funny, like genuinely so funny. And it's a kind of ridiculous idea that and it started as a mistake. It was this, we thought there's 8 characters in the show, and I was reading it with the director and with the writer, and we sort of allocated the parts, and we were just reading because I was just going to play one part, and we were like, oh, which part might it be? And we were sort of playing, the 3 of us were playing all the roles, and we sort of misallocated the roles. So I ended up sort of going, wait, are you? And I was like, okay, I'll just act, just to hear it. I'll just act with myself. And it was so weird because it was the two characters in the play that were proclaimed that they were the most opposite to each other, and so it seemed completely absurd that this person was. Anyway, that was kind of interesting, and then we were like, oh, maybe we could do it with 2 people. And maybe actually, why don't you try it with 1 person? Anyway, the whole thing sort of, I was a bit reluctant because I thought, does that just seem like, let me do it? Sort of,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the exact quote, because I talked to someone who was there, was, I got this.
Yes, I know, that's what I said.
Well, remember, you tried to dismiss us all today and do this alone.
That's true. Yes, I did try to, and I still think I could do it all. I'm learning about the electronics.
Electronics.
I know you have your electronic system.
The electronics over there.
Oh, I think that's proof I know what I'm talking about.
But yeah, like all that stuff. So to do that anyway. So why am I telling you this?
No, because you're talking about how it all be expanded to you playing all these roles.
Yeah. So then you do those things. So anyway, I ended up playing all the parts, and like, how do you do it? How do you make the audience feel, number one, that they understand it, but also how do you teach an audience about? We had this really fun moment at the beginning because I really wanted the audience to sort of not feel like, okay, we're watching Chekhov. Like, this, what do we need to?
Yeah.
Because people are like, what do I need to know? I mean, I don't. It's Russian.
Am I worthy of this?
Yeah. What's the thing? So we did this thing where I came out, and the audience were like, what the fuck is this going? What's this going to be like? He's going to play all the parts. So we did this sort of fun thing. It was such a good thing to do, where I sort of turned off the house. I came out and I turned off the house. That's an old trick.
Yeah.
But you turn off the house lights, so they go, okay, well, we're in darkness now. And then I just turned them back on. And I looked at them and they were like, oh, gee, so I was like, I can see you can see me. This is a bit weird. And they're already laughing before they know.
You've told them,
don't worry.
Yeah,
It's
chill. We're gonna have fun. Yeah.
It's fun. And I can see you can see me and all that kind of stuff. And I love fucking that up alongside something which is like a great masterpiece.
Here's what would fascinate me is if you're playing that many roles and you go up on a line, can you ask one of your other selves?
I can apologize. Can I apologize?
Or do you ever say, I can't work with this guy?
I say that a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know what's so one of the great, it was actually nearly the best thing about it is if you do go up on a line, it was bliss. You just make it all up. You could just, you just go, okay, I fucked that bit up. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep talking because I haven't messed anybody up. And then I'll ask a question that isn't in the script and I'll make that person answer it and we're going to go back to that person. It's kind of amazing. It's kind of great. It's great.
That's right. You don't have other actors around you going, what?
Yeah, exactly. What are we
doing? And smile.
Yeah, it's like all those characters that I always think that's what you want as an actor is you want whatever you're presenting to be the opposite of what you're feeling sometimes. You know what I mean? They're the ones that, whether it's someone who's cold-hearted is incredibly benign, or the opposite.
Do you have people expect you to kind of walk into a room sometimes and be a little bit more sinister because you're so affable and friendly? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I don't mind that.
Yeah.
No.